So I've noticed something different this year because the water levels are so low. I only got really one water source on this 130 acres. So they kind of always come back to the one area where there's water. And I've noticed that it's actually as dry as it's been. I still got a lot of really lush, tall grass pasture. And they're coming over here to this barren waste ground area, spending a lot of time, I think when they come over to get water, and they are just scrounging and foraging on all sorts of herbs and forbs. There's eating a black locust seedling there. Because I don't know if the stuff is just too rich over there, and they really want this variety. There's eating some thistle. Got bull thistle growing right here. And okay, digging into the multiflora rose bush right there. Good, eat that crap. So leaving this area open, I mean, it's kind of barren waste ground. I could sit here, fence this off, let it regrow, not gain a whole bunch. Or just through continuous grazing, they can always come over here kind of as a staging loafing area and eat. And I've been thinking they weren't really, it's wondering why they were hanging out over here so much. Wonder if it was insects or whatever it was, I don't really think that's the issue. I just think that they need some of these herbs and forbs that are over here. And that lush green grass pasture is just too rich. A lot of it's just bypassing out of them. There's so low on fiber, it's squirting right on out. And one thing I'm noticing anyways with these mama cows, it's a good way to stretch pasture, letting some of this waste ground, keep it open and have them just keep grazing it all summer. Because I don't want to have to start feeding hay too early. Another strategy I got is throw some hay to them, a couple bales a week, just to give the pasture a break. What do we got here? Yeah, just kind of noticed a lot of grazing on the autumn olive as well too. A lot of browsing. You can see a lot of the short stuff. If you clip some of this autumn olive back, they eat the short stuff. Right there's black raspberry bush. You can see they've nipped that right on back. Oh, we have had some rain, so we got some water puddles. Something we haven't seen in a while. Too much of that. And right there's one eating some autumn olive, browsing on a big one. And I'm all for that. I think they're just getting we have got a lot of haze in the sky. Seems to be real common now. We have a lot of smoke from forest fires up in Canada. Get a lot of mint growing, especially in wet areas. It's good mint, good high quality mint. She's gonna eat some of that mugwort, which is good. Nothing really eats it usually, but we delivered hay today, and the people all had face masks on, and I was like, whoa, they back into doing the COVID restriction stuff or something, and they were in a hysteria about the smoke. Apparently it's a air quality index warning. And I said, it's just forest fire smoke. I said, it's way up in the upper atmosphere, big whoop. How dangerous can that be? I mean, exhaust from vehicles would have all sorts of sulfur dioxide and all sorts of chemicals in it that could get through, the could get through the blood-brain barrier type stuff. So, you know, how dangerous is forest fire smoke, and how practical is it to wear a mask? I must say, doubt intermittent exposure is dangerous at all. Can't believe a mask is practical. If there was particles in the air, like large amounts of soot, I'd be coughing. With all the hay dust and stuff I've been around, I'm pretty sensitive to dust. And I'm breathing as clear as can be. You know, it's one of those deals, you get some person from the, probably the drug industry that works for the CDC being quoted on the news. Like, you know, they just have to do, government officials always feel like they have to give a warning and be hyper cautious, even if there's no data to support their suggestions. This is grazed like 6 weeks ago, and look at, nothing grew. All turned brown. It's starting to green up now because we've gotten some rain in June. There's some permanent damage, I think, out here. 2 years of droughty summers does it to it. There's that browsing effect. See it a lot. Yeah, so isn't that what the cilia in your lungs are for, is to filter out particulates? That's what I always thought. But that's what the news is pushing now. The big hysteria narrative around here is forest fire smoke. It's a hell of a haze we got. And I tell you what, it does cause problems if you got hay down.